Jerry, the black cat, was sleek and sly. He had a coat as dark as midnight and eyes that gleamed with curiosity. Jerry loved to prowl around, always on the lookout for an adventure. His friends often marveled at his agility and quick thinking. Larry, the orange cat, was fluffy and friendly. His fur was like a warm sunset, and he had a purr that could soothe anyone. Larry was the heart of the group, always ready to lend a comforting paw or share a playful nudge. His gentle nature made him a favorite among the neighborhood cats. Terry, the grey cat, was small but brave. Despite his size, he had the heart of a lion. His sleek silver fur shimmered in the sunlight, and his eyes sparkled with determination. Terry never backed down from a challenge and was always ready to defend his friends. One day they found themselves far, far away. They were in Africa. The sun was hot, the grass was tall, the vast savannah stretched out before them, a sea of golden waves under the blazing sun. The air was filled with the scent of wildflowers and the distant calls of exotic animals. Strange birds sang unfamiliar songs. Their melodies were unlike anything the cats had ever heard, a symphony of chirps and trills that echoed across the plain. The birds' vibrant feathers flashed in the sunlight, adding splashes of color to the landscape. Everything was new and a little bit scary. The cat's whiskers twitched with excitement and a hint of fear. They had never been so far from home, and the unfamiliar sights and sounds made their hearts race. But their curiosity was stronger than their fear. "Where are we?" whispered Terry, his tail twitching. His voice was barely audible over the rustling grass and the distant calls of the wild. "I don't know," meowed Larry, "but it's exciting." His eyes were wide with wonder, and his fur bristled with anticipation. The thrill of the unknown was a powerful lure. Jerry, ever the brave one, puffed out his chest. "Let's explore," he declared. His voice was filled with confidence and his stance was bold. The adventure of a lifetime awaited them, and Jerry was ready to lead the way. As they padded through the tall grass, the world around them seemed to come alive. The rustling of leaves, the chirping of insects, and the distant calls of birds created a symphony of nature. Suddenly they heard a low rumble. It was a sound that sent shivers down their spines, making them pause and look around cautiously. A group of large golden creatures lay napping under the shade of an acacia tree. Their majestic forms were both awe-inspiring and intimidating. They had fluffy manes and sharp teeth that glinted in the dappled sunlight. The sight was enough to make anyone think twice about approaching. "Lions!" gasped Larry, his fur standing on end. His heart raced as he took a step back, eyes wide with fear. Jerry, however, was not afraid. With a confident stride, he walked towards the lions and called out, "Hello!" His voice was steady, showing no sign of fear. The lions stirred, their amber eyes slowly focusing on the tiny cats. There was a moment of silence as they assessed the newcomers. A large male lion with a thick mane yawned, showing off his impressive teeth. His yawn seemed to echo through the savannah, a reminder of his dominance. One curious cub, almost as small as the cats, bounded towards them. Its playful energy was a stark contrast to the imposing presence of the adults. It nudged a ball with its paw, inviting the cats to join in its game. The tension in the air began to dissipate as the cub's innocence bridged the gap between the two species. The ball rolled towards Jerry. He swatted it with his paw. Back and forth they batted the ball, the lion cub and the little black cat. Larry and Terry, their initial fear forgotten, watched in amazement. Soon, even the big lions were watching the game, their tails twitching with amusement. One by one, the other cubs joined in, tumbling and playing with the cats. They chased the ball and each other, filling the air with happy growls and purrs. Lions and tigers and cats, oh my, in the heart of the African savannah, a majestic lion roared, its powerful voice echoing through the vast landscape. The king of the jungle, with its golden mane and fierce eyes, commanded respect and awe from all who witnessed its presence. Meanwhile, in a more familiar setting, domestic cats frolicked in the grass, their playful antics bringing joy to anyone who watched. These cats, once timid and cautious, had found their courage and were no longer scared. They chased each other, pounced on imaginary prey, and basked in the warmth of the sun. The lions, despite their size, were gentle. They lounged together, a pride united by bonds of family and friendship. Their interactions were tender, with nuzzles and gentle pawing, showing a side of these big cats that many rarely see. It was a reminder that even the mightiest creatures have a soft side. They played until the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple. The beauty of the sunset over the savannah was a sight to behold, with the silhouettes of wildlife adding to the picturesque scene. It was a perfect end to a day filled with adventure and camaraderie. Larry, nestled between two fluffy cubs, let out a big yawn. The cubs, with their playful energy, had worn him out, but despite his tiredness, Larry felt a sense of belonging and happiness. He had found a new family in the wild, one that accepted him for who he was. "I've never had so much fun," he purred. The contentment in his voice was evident, and his purring was a testament to the joy he felt. It was a day he would always remember, filled with new experiences and friendships. Terry, who was perched on the back of a lioness twice his size, nodded in agreement. The lioness, with her gentle demeanor, had become a trusted friend. Terry felt safe and protected, knowing that he was in good company. Even Jerry, who usually preferred to be alone, was purring contentedly. The solitude he once sought was replaced by the warmth of companionship. It was a day that brought them all closer, bridging the gap between the wild and the domestic and creating memories that would last a lifetime. Friends in high places. As the stars twinkled above them, the cats snuggled up with their new friends. They had traveled far and faced their fears. They learned that sometimes the most unexpected friendships can be the best. And so under the vast African sky, three little cats found a home away from home with the kings and queens of the savannah.